Give him a uppercut.
I'm feeling good.
A jab cut.
It's coming.
Feeling good.
Come on.
What? Hello, Andy and Fred. How the devil are you?
Alright.
Bruno. What are you doing here, Frank?
What am I doing here? There's a local chap who wanted to kick my butt, so I'm just coming there to challenge him, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm here.
That is mine.
Come on, soldier, get yourself there. Come on, let's go have some tea and biscuits.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Britain's best-loved heavyweight, Frank Bruno.
Some handshake you've got there.
Aye, Jimmy, aye. I set the boxing gloves on last night so they're fresh and strong. Yeah.
Let's take you back to the most important night. Your opening night is Goldilocks. Right. No,
Yeah.
bit brave, haven't I?
Yeah.
Seriously,
Your mum's over there.
1995,
Yeah.
Oliver Macaulay.
Right.
Talk us through it. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? It was a lot of years coming to that point, you know what I mean? I've been climbing the top of the mountains and been kicked down again and been slagged down and getting older in your career and you didn't have nowhere to go. It was a very scary experience, but after, it was more better than sex, winning the lottery, more better than anything, winning that fight against Oliver Macaulay. It was a very tough and bruising sort of fight, coming out like E.T., two heads here and there, two noses here and there, but it was a nice, wicked, something to end on, very nice.
And better than sex.
Sometimes, you know, it depends. When you got a headache, it's not. Yeah.
But I mean, it was your fourth attempt.
Fourth, yeah.
Did you ever think, I'm just going to, give up hope?
A lot of the times I thought I would give up hope because, like, you get there and as you get older, you know, I mean, you're not so as sort of like fresh and hungry, but I had to get more hungry as I got older, so it was nice to get, but some of the ways a little bit rocky here and there, most definitely. Life is rocky, you know.
I mean, it must have been a long haul for you. Did you ever lose any faith, Frank? Any belief in yourself that you could become
a lot of the
champion?
times that you lose a lot of faith in yourself. Sometimes when you lose, you know, that's when you know who your friends are, nobody rings and things like that. I lost a lot of faith, but, you know, I had good people behind me, especially the wife and kids, so I just sort of like hanged in there, you know. Even they wanted me to give up, but I wanted to end on a nice, serious note, Ali.
Good for you. You fought Tyson twice, right?
Yeah.
Now, the first time, if I remember, you had old Harry going mental, didn't you, at one point?
You got him very excited, like when he first met his wife.
But you really hurt Tyson, didn't you?
Yeah.
For the first time.
That's right.
We as an audience had seen Tyson
Rocked.
take a stand and rocked.
Yeah.
Did you know you'd done it, and could you not just get in?
Well, I know it weren't the referee, so it must have definitely been me. You know what I mean? No, well, yeah, I knew. Yeah, Ali, I knew I rocked him, yeah, for the second, but when them seconds went, he rocked me, you know what I mean? But I knew I had him, I was trying to get rid of him, but he's short and very tricky and very fast and whatever, but I tried my best for that second.
You did what a lot of people just couldn't imagine, and that was you went back in the ring with him.
Yeah, I did go to back.
Now, was there anything in the back of your mind, thinking about the last fight, or did you learn from the previous fight with Tyson? You believed you could...
I was more experienced and I thought I was more stronger and a bit more wiser and a bit more cooler, but, you know, when he went in the ring with him, he sort of like beat me up again. You know what I mean? I didn't rock him, he rocked me all over the ring that time, you know what I mean? But he's a very, very good fighter and a very, you know what I mean, tough and rugged sort of fighter. And I lost against him twice. I can't be my claim to fame. I can't go in the pub and say, yeah, I went in with the ring with Tyson twice, give us a pint. But I did go in there with him.
What are the emotions like when you're in the ring? What's going through your mind?
All sorts like different things go through your mind. The mortgage, the car, petrol, you know what I mean? Your wife might want a new garment, you know what I mean? The kids might need nappy, you know what I mean? Like all sorts like different things go through your mind, you know, because boxing, you're doing it to make a better life for you, yourself and your family. And anything goes through your mind. You know, sometimes you think you had a vindaloo the night before. You go in there, you know what I mean, and then you want to go to the toilet.
That doesn't go through your mind, Frank.
No,
Muhammad Ali used to say that to focus, he used to imagine future history.
Yeah.
Did you ever focus like that? Did you think so positively that you were going to win the fight and what was going to happen to you afterwards?
Sometimes in life you always can think positively, but you go through a tunnel and there's always obstacles what fly in your way, you know what I mean? Everybody that goes into the ring, you think positive until you go near the ropes, then you start thinking unpositively, then you want to go to the toilet or you want to do something else and you say, what the damn am I doing here, sort of thing. But I try and motivate myself and push myself on. But you always one step forward and 2 steps back and 3 steps forward and 1 step back, you know what I mean? But you try and think positive all the time, if you understand that, Fred.
Why did you understand that?
Yes. Good. He was teaching us ballroom dancing there. It was just 1 step forward, 2 steps back,
Yeah, 3 steps
turn right
forward
round.
and 1 step back,
Yeah.
that's right.
The gay Gordon's up here.
Why did you decide to retire when you did, Frank?
What, retire this time?
Yeah.
Because I was getting too old and like I couldn't take the punches. My eyes were getting a little bit dodgy and I couldn't see running on the checks too well, and I was just deteriorating. You know, I've had 18 years in the game. I just wanted to sort of like call it a day.
Do you think that's a failing of boxers nowadays? They just can't accept when their last fight should be?
Yeah, most definitely. But you know, a lot of boxers make a lot of money, lose a lot of money, and they have to come back. You know what I mean? And they say it's in the bones, but when the pocket goes a little bit zip, you know what I mean? You have to make some money somewhere, so that's why they come back. But a lot of people say boxers are always the last ones to know.
Obviously, you're going to say it's a great sport, and I'm not going to argue with that. Do you think it's a good sport for youngsters to get into? Do you think it helps them get out of certain situations? I mean, in some areas which aren't so well off, I'm thinking areas of London and places like that, yeah. The boxing gym, the gym's a place they all go to.
Well, there's a lot of good people who come out of Scotland, you know what I mean? Like out of the, you know, not so well, like the educational side of things are not looking too bright for them, so they get involved in boxing, like the Jim Watts and Canterbury Cannons and things like that, and they've done well for themselves. And boxing's a platform for people like ourselves who, you know what I mean, want to get in and keep ourselves out of trouble. And it levels people out, you know, they're disciplined. If you've got to go in the ring, if you've got to go in the gym and train and be there on a certain time or go for a run, it's a discipline. And a lot of youngsters have lost that discipline today, you know what I mean? They get too much of the Sesame Streets, you know what I mean? And watching them sort of like programs and the computers and all that, rather than having the discipline of looking after themselves, you know?
Well, Frank, can I just say honestly,
Yeah.
I think you're the only guest we could ever have had that could have worn that suit
That's
and
right.
not had a comment from either of us. Thanks for coming along. Frank Bruno! Now, our next guest has got a very